Welcome to the Graveyard Podcast. I am your host, Adrian.
I'm Damien. In case you didn't know what he said Joe Burger. But it came out as Burger.
Joe Boker.
Oh man, this is gonna be a rough episode.
Well, I'm in the best spot possible for internet.
You sure about that?
I'm literally in the best spot possible for connection.
Hey Joseph, want to drive like 3 hours to Phoenix? There you go. Alright.
Alright, so there's some things we're talking about. Since this is a shorter one, probably the three big ones that I know of is one, Endgame, which will be at the end. Because,
It's the end game.
The song The Hedgehog.
Huh.
And then Mortal Kombat 11 from Joe's perspective. Because I haven't played it yet.
I haven't played it either, so have fun.
Alright, so we'll start with Mortal Kombat 11, Joe.
Well, hold on. Neither of you have played it. All right, hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna leave the call. I'll be right back.
Intermission. Oh, I would play my piano right now, but my piano's on the other side of my room, so it wouldn't really work too well. You wouldn't be able to hear it. Oh, hi, and welcome back.
Joe has entered the chat room.
Do I sound better?
Yes.
A little bit. Alright, let's try it again.
I'm leaving all of that in.
So this is going to be the lag episode.
God, yes. Apparently.
This one's literally going to be called Joe is a Robot.
So Joe ain't got no goddamn connection.
Oh wait, I'm on the wrong scene. I was just recording Super Mario 64 gameplay.
Bruh, this episode's so... How do I
It's fine,
say it?
I can remove that.
How do I say it?
That can be fixed. That can be fixed in post.
Post Malone?
Yeah, it was just like this. It was just the menu screen, but it was just sitting there, and I didn't even realize it because that's all I see all day.
Post Malone or the high school?
Neither.
This episode's gonna be fun.
This entire episode is just going to be us laughing at Joe.
Come on, wait.
Well, then it's just like real life.
Oh man, that's a bro moment, bro.
Except it's been Corey for the last few years.
Yeah. Because you haven't been there, so we've had to find the next person. Alright. Mortal Kombat, Joseph. Summarize it in 4 words.
It's really good.
That's what I... Bro, that's 3 cheese. Do you not know how to count? Summarize it in 4 words. It real good.
Okay. Without spoilers, how far... Okay, I was going to say, without spoilers, how far into the story are you?
Well, I finished the story, but that's because something's wrong with my Xbox. It won't install the game, so I can't play it. So I just said screw it, and I watched a walkthrough. So...
Well, no wonder why you're lagging. Use all your internet to watch a walkthrough.
Is it longer than X's story?
Yeah.
Is it longer than 9's?
I would say so.
One more time?
No, I think it's shorter than 9, but it's closer to 9. at least in length. I think story-wise, 9 is still better, but 11 is a step up from X.
Okay, okay.
All right, now that we
Story,
know.
yeah, story-wise, MK is going in the right direction.
Yeah, okay, so 4 years we'll get a really good story, okay.
All right, so in 25 years we have a good story. All right. I can't relate. I've never played any of the Mortal Kombat games. I don't know any of
No,
the
you
stories.
played X once at my house. You played like one match against my
Oh,
dad.
I also played it at Game On. I also remember that. I actually think I have video from that. Who knows? Maybe
I
I'll make a video about it.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, because you like smashed your head on the ground and like had a concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Since it,
well, there's one small. Well, we're gonna try to keep these really quick because this could be shorter.
yeah, I
Unless
gotta go
we can go
somewhere.
for a little bit longer after Damien leaves.
Yeah.
So the naming can be in the
Yeah,
discussion. Okay.
What'd you say?
He said yeah.
All right.
Okay. So there's a bit of a controversy with the game with like micro. I think microtransactions would be the right term, where like you can buy a lot of skins, but you could also like just get them in the game through playing it.
yes, yes. Like one of the characters, Frost, she's unlockable. You beat I think chapter 4, and she's an unlockable character. But
Dang,
if you don't
spoilers.
want to play through the story, well, I'm not spoiling anything. That's what it is.
I'm
I'm not
just
saying what
joking.
chapter it is.
I'm
It's
just
whatever.
joking.
Shut up.
I
But
was just
you can also
playing.
you can also pay like $5 to unlock Frost without playing the game, and that's got people pissed because that's an EA tactic, I think.
Alright, I'm
Well,
gonna max
no.
out my
Okay,
credit
in
cards.
my opinion, there's a huge difference because in EA's case, in order everything to buy in the game costs a ton of money if you want to buy
Yeah,
everything, which is same in MK11. That's the same. But with Star Wars Battlefront 2, in order you can still unlock some things, but there's a daily cap on how much like you can earn per day. And then like we did the
yeah,
math, and
like
for you to unlock
3
everything without
like
spending a single
like
penny, it took
3 years.
yeah, it took like 3 years of gameplay. But in MK 11's case, it seems like it's way easier and it's not unreasonable to unlock everything, and there's not like cap on how much you can unlock.
No, from what the only thing from
I'm gonna
what
try that again.
I've heard with the controversy for MK so far is, um,
I'm gonna need to put subtitles.
am I still laggy? Am I laggy?
Alright.
Am I lagging?
Okay, you're
No.
good now.
Okay, Jesus, that's
Starts lagging immediately.
okay. From what I've seen is, you can buy Frost, even though you can play through the game and get it for free. You can buy her. You can ship out $5, which I don't like. I think that's real scummy because it's just like you're trying to earn an extra $5 that doesn't need to be there. Like you just tell people to go play through the first 4 chapters to get this character.
I'm gonna max out my credit card on this game.
Okay, well, there's also another big difference between EA's and Mortal
Well,
Kombat 11.
I'm
No,
not comparing them. I know EA's worse. I know that, but to me, if NetherRealm starts to go in this direction, it's not going to be good because we see EA is burning to the ground because people are sick of that microtransaction bullcrap. So it's
yes,
scary to see NetherRealm go down this, starting to step on this path of microtransactions. It's terrifying to think about that NetherRealm could be the next EA.
I'm scared.
I honestly don't think it's going that way. Cause I see this more like if you're having like a tournament and like you buy a brand new console and brand new game, you don't want to have to like, okay, you when we're setting everything else, you sit down, play the story, unlock all these characters. It's a way to quickly unlock it. Or if you like really some people just do not like story modes in fighting games,
Me.
so they can just pay the money, get their characters, so they can play online with their friends, and they're good to go.
Yes.
And how many characters is it like that for?
As far as I know, it's just that character. I haven't seen anything else for that character. Or any other characters. The only other characters I am aware of that you have to pay for are the DLC.
Okay. And I think DLC's fair game as long as they weren't
Yeah,
completed before the game came out.
yeah. That's like in that case, it's like then it's like with Shao Kahn, because Shao Kahn, he's a pre-order bonus, but then he's immediate DLC if you don't pre-order, and I think he's $5 or something like that too. Even though technically he is in the game and he's on the disc, he's just behind the paywall.
Yeah, that I kind of don't like because like
Yeah, I don't like that either. That's what they did with MKX and Garu.
yeah,
Garu.
I don't like pre-order bonuses because like there's some people who legitimately are not able to pre-order, so they had to spend that extra money when a bot when different people don't have to. I think pre-order bonuses are dumb.
Uh-huh.
I technically got a pre-order of Smash, but and I got it on release day, but I couldn't play it until Christmas.
And there's me. Zach bought it, but then I just played it.
My older brother got it for us for Christmas, and the rule was we're not allowed to open Christmas presents until Christmas.
What you
So
should have done, you should have just opened it, take out the game, put it in the Switch, and just put the case right back up.
they get my ass beat when my parents find out I already beat half the game.
You're 18.
Yeah? What does that have to do with it? What happened? I don't know what I did, but apparently I'm dying, guys. Sorry, I have to go. Alright.
Okay. Okay, then also, so what I've seen is that a majority of the cost is from extra skins that you can still get in the game completely free, but buying skins. In my opinion, I don't think I think cosmetics, if you can pay for them, I don't think that matters.
No. If it's
Okay.
purely cosmetic, then go ahead and pay for it. As long as it's not like uh uh I guess pay to win situation where it's like if you buy this, you do this much more damage or you get this much more health. Like with Injustice 2, their gear system. I was terrified of the gear system in 11 because of Injustice 2. Because
Yeah,
if one character's a low level and they fight a high level character, you're just gonna get annihilated. And I mean, we've seen that. We've seen that the few times we've played it when you guys come up to my house. We forget to turn off gear where it's just cosmetic, and then one person just mops the floor with the other. So
I
when they
also just
announced,
suck at it.
yeah, well, but still, that terrified me. I was against the gear system when it first got announced because it was just like I don't want this to be an Injustice 2 situation where I'm just gonna get my ass kicked every time because the other person has way better gear and way better stats than I do, and I'm gonna get crap because I'm sucking so bad because I can't win a fight. But it's looking like that's not the case, and everything is pure cosmetic. At least that's what it looks like to me. I haven't really done my research on it, but everything costume wise looks just cosmetic. It's just there to make like those characters your own.
Okay, so we can go all day about this, and I don't want to do that.
No,
Um, but
I don't either.
but I think it is looking better than the EA situation because Ed Boon already said that it's not as bad as everyone's saying it is. Plus, they've already updated the game, so then you get more currency while you play through it.
Uh,
So
well,
then it's easier to unlock things, from what I've
uh,
read.
the only other thing I really want to like kind of touch on is the amount of like crashes and just like the game doesn't work for people. Like one of the recent updates, I think it's the most recent update. It included a patch for the game so games won't crash while they're playing online, but it also included like 500k coins as an apology. just like, hey, we're sorry the game's not working for you. Here's some here are some coins kind of thing. I do like that. I like how NetherRealm's like trying to apologize for just like the bad online experience that people have been having, and they're trying to apologize it with the coins.
At least it's not like how what happens when Anthem crashes on people's PlayStations.
Well, Anthem just straight up doesn't work. That game was in development for 6 years, and then when EA said, "Hey, we want our game," they went, "We have nothing."
Yeah, that's the thing that I think a lot of modern games have. It's that developers like say a release date, and then instead of like ever delaying it, they're like, "Well,
Mhm.
we'll update it," and then
Well,
oftentimes that update doesn't work.
no. Anthem is a special case. Like it wasn't EA's fault at all, and that's really weird to say. Like Anthem, the reason it failed wasn't because of EA. It was because no one in charge of BioWare was giving feedback on the people designing things and shipping things out. Just like, hey, I got this, and it's like, okay, whatever. And then they'd sit on it for months, and then nothing happened. EA went, hey, it's been 6 years. We want this game now. And then BioWare said, we got Jack. So EA said, this game is coming out this date. You've had almost 7 years of development in this game. This is when it's coming out. And the thing is just like when it got revealed at E3, I think, and it was showing off all these things. That's when the game developers were looking at it and just like, that's what we have to do. We can't do that.
You
When
Yeah,
think?
when the game got shown, that's when the developers saw the game that they had to make.
Oof.
yeah.
Yep.
It's I wasn't necessarily talking about Anthem because I haven't really looked into that, but a lot of other companies when they have a game, depending on the company, they'll announce when it goes gold, and that means that they're done developing the game. That means when it's released, there's going to be no update day one. It's done. Like there might be DLC later on, but that's done. And like
Uh
games
huh.
that have done that with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, like a few weeks before it came out, um, Kingdom Hearts 3 went gold, and some other games like they announce when they go gold. That means you know that there shouldn't be any problems. They've tested everything. Nothing needs to be added except for DLC later on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But
I don't see a lot of games doing that.
no, not really. But that's the kind of thing that confuses me with MK11 and its crashes because they did a bunch of like stress tests and they gave out a bunch of codes for people to hop on and do online gameplay to I guess test the servers and whatever else. But they also like limited the amount of characters to like 4 or 5. And I think I'm wondering if that's the reason why it's crashing is because they didn't have the full roster or most of the roster, and that's why it's crashing is because the game now has to handle all these characters online and with all their different move sets and gear sets and all that other stuff, and that's why it's crashing.
Yeah, there's a number of reasons. It could be like they don't have like okay, one thing people really don't give enough credit to game testers because it's not less like they're having fun. They're fighting all the glitches.
Uh-huh.
So it could be like the testers didn't find everything in the time, or for a number of reasons, their quality assurance wasn't up to par or something. It could be a million different things. No way we can
Uh-huh.
really know. But I do like that they're trying to fix it other than just like, well, you already bought the game.
Tough, bro. Dang, that sucks. All right, have fun.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's a good time to move on to the next topic. Wait,
Sonic.
Sonic.
Oh
Y'all see the
Jesus.
new Sonic movie, bro? It looks so good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go to Harkins Theater in November of 2019 to see that movie.
Well, I'm gonna see it regardless.
Yeah, me
As soon
too.
as I heard it was announced, I'm like, I'm seeing that.
I don't care if it's good or not. I saw the Emoji movie in theaters. You think I care about if a movie's good or not?
Okay,
Uh,
well, we've all seen it, of course. No one likes
yeah.
Sonic's design.
No.
Dr. Eggman, it looks like he's carrying it for some people, like how he looks at the end of the trailer. I really like the design. At first, I didn't see the ending at first. I was like, I hate his design, how he looks nothing like Eggman. But I was like, oh, okay, he's starting out like kind of normal, then goes insane. I think that's actually smart.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Mm.
no, it's just like I honestly, me when I heard the Sonic movie being announced and I saw like the poster art or whatever for it, I honestly thought that it was fake. I thought someone was just making a joke about a Sonic movie being made, and they were just using really weird art, really weird art style, making Sonic look like like human. And then the trailer got shown, and I was just like, "It's real." I I didn't. I part of me didn't want to watch it because I saw Sonic, and I'm just like, I don't want to look at this. This belongs in a horror movie, not a Sonic movie.
Yeah, but the trailer had Gangster's Paradise.
I don't care about that. You think I
Oh,
care about a song?
I do. It's a joke. No, that's another thing people are complaining about. Sonic has like some of the most legendary songs, from the first game all up to Adventure 2 is what I'm familiar with. And like Adventure 2 soundtrack alone could carry the movie, and they didn't decide to like play City Escape or something, which is like so many people love. Like if you play that at a concert, you get at a video game concert, like the whole crowd's gonna be singing along. It's like the Pokemon theme,
Uh,
and they didn't play a song like from any of the games.
They should have played Uptown Funk.
That would have done better, probably. Well, yeah, yeah.
Do. Alright, I don't want to get us copyrighted, so I'm not gonna do that.
I don't know. I honestly I don't get why they went with that design for
Yeah, that's
Sonic.
what a
I
lot of
don't
people are saying too.
understand it. I don't understand it because it's just like, oh yeah, Sonic in the games and cartoons and whatever else, his eyes have always been together. Like there's two pupils, but there's one eye basically, and that's never looked weird to me. And I never really noticed it until this trailer came out, where they gave him two separate eyes.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said I've never seen someone who looks worse by having two eyeballs.
Yes, and it's just like I don't want to. I don't. I like. I initially am just like I don't want to see this movie because I don't want to be spending an hour and a half looking at this Rocky Horror Picture Show creature.
Sorry, that's an out of context quote. I've never seen someone look so weird with two eyeballs.
Yeah, I said that. I said that to someone.
But
It's true.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is true. But Jim Carrey as Doctor Robotnik looks awesome. Like like honestly, if I watch the movie, it's gonna be for him because I he just looks like he's. It looks like he's carrying the damn movie.
That's why I call him Jim
Honestly,
Carrey.
Well, yeah, there's also a lot of others. That's funny. A lot of others. There's a lot of other great things in it. Like the Sonic's voice sounds good. Sounds way better than I thought it would. Seeing how Sonic's design is. Um, yeah, and Jim
What's up?
Carrey looks
I'm
good.
I'm
So those
Sonic.
two, yeah, I was honestly expecting to sound like him, make him sound like a complete regular human.
Hi
um,
guys, my name is Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm Sonic. Sonic
Hello,
the
I
Hedgehog.
am Sonic. Sonic Hedgehog. Sonic.
I but honestly, it kind of if they weren't going to be doing the redesign of Sonic, which I'm grateful for, and I feel really sorry for the people who
Yeah, rest in peace the editors for that.
are starting from scratch and redesigning Sonic. I feel real sorry for them, but it's just like I felt like if they kept Sonic's design the way it is in that trailer, I feel like more people would be rooting for Eggman than Sonic just based off of looks.
Yeah,
Because
Eggman.
based off that trailer, that little 30 seconds where Jim Carrey looks so much like Eggman, I'm rooting for him to win because he just looks better,
Damn, rest in peace,
honestly.
Sonic.
Yeah, and I'm also confused how how some of the higher ups were there and like, yeah, that looks good.
Yes, I don't understand it. I don't understand how anyone went looked at this movie
It's because
and
they never played
just like
Sonic.
decided that Sonic looked perfect. Like this is the perfect adaptation for the Sonic character.
And they've been worked on
I
it for
don't
at least two
understand it.
years.
Oh god,
You-
it's just terrible. I mean, the only thing I can think of is I watched a video the other day. I can't remember who it's by, but they were talking about the Sonic redesign and all that stuff, and how he's basically saying the Sonic design was done on purpose because Hollywood doesn't give a crap anymore about video game movies. And they're just like they only do the video game movies because they know they're fans of these video games, or a few some kids want to go see the Sonic movie or whatever else, and it's just like they're just in it for a quick dollar. That's all they care about. So they don't care that Sonic looks horrifying. They're just in it for the quick buck, and it's just like that's the sole
Money.
purpose of why Sonic. They're not. No one in the higher ups is interested in making a good Sonic movie. So
Well,
that's why
actually,
Sonic looks terrible.
Sega actually, of course, they care about Sonic. That's like half their net worth, probably.
Well, yeah,
Um,
I know Sega cares, but the
yeah,
people in charge of the movie, I know Sega cares. Sega has to care just because of how popular Sonic is. I don't
yeah.
doubt that Sega cares.
Okay, so we're hoping it gets better because honestly, because I'm hoping they don't try to make a serious movie. Hope they try to keep it comedic because Sonic's never been super serious. Like even if you look at the older 3D game like Sonic Adventure 2, if you try to take it seriously, it's like, but if you like look at it as like if you pretend it's self-aware, it's like really fun. It's almost a funny game.
Yeah, if they do that with the movie, I think it would be good.
Yeah,
But
and also the
Can we
Sonic
have Sonic the
shows.
Hedgehog say bruh?
Dude,
God no.
no, I
It
hope
comes
not.
up, bruh.
No, Sonic is very 90s. That wasn't a thing in the 90s.
Alright, brethren.
Sure, the 1890s.
Oh, if I had the wrong time period, I was thinking about the 90s. 90s BC.
Oog.
But honestly, my honest reaction to the Sonic movie trailer was it was just like I was talking to like my mom, and I was just I hope this movie fails, because if they keep this design, then I don't want to see Tails in this design. I don't want to see Knuckles in this design, because that's gonna ruin the universe for me.
Okay,
I don't want to see these other characters look like Sonic the way Sonic does in this movie. You know,
yeah,
I
I'm hoping that it
it
gets way better.
oh God, I hope so. It has to. I mean, if they can re-release the same trailer just with the new Sonic design, honestly. I mean,
Whether or not they change it, I am gonna go and watch it in theaters.
Yeah, same.
yeah, I'll probably watch it too, just to see, honestly, just to see how bad it is.
That's
But
exactly what I did with the Emoji
that's
Movie.
also the problem with people. They have to go see movies to see how bad they are. Then the Emoji
Well,
Movie makes 800 million in the box office.
no, I'm not gonna see it in theaters. I'll see it on like Redbox for $1. Okay.
Rip it, I'll pirate it.
No, people in general do that. I don't do that. Except for this movie. This movie I'm gonna go see in theaters.
What do you see?
I'm gonna go see the Sonic movie in theaters.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Okay, so now we're done with Sonic. Detective Pikachu. A lot of people are saying it's actually really good.
Uh,
Surprisingly good.
I know what happens. I already saw a spoiler for it, but okay.
Of course you did.
I
He,
want to see Detective Pikachu. I want to see that in
No,
theaters.
Joseph, literally, I knew what happened in Endgame the day it like first like launched, because I saw a
and then he still
spoiler
went
of
to
it.
go see it, and he
Yeah,
sat next to me, and
I didn't say anything. I didn't tell anybody I knew. And then when it happened, I was like, I already knew that.
yeah,
Won't say it
no.
here.
Okay, so the Detective Pikachu, like people are saying it's probably the best video game movie, which of course that's on a very high bar.
Yeah, no. I think Rampage. That was the last. That was the first movie to say like, hey, this is a good video game transaction thing. Video game movie.
Transaction. Weird word.
But we haven't seen it yet, so we can't talk too much about it. Um, but we can transition. That sounds stupid. Uh,
Scene
Well, hold on.
transition.
I kind of want to talk a little bit about Detective Pikachu and
okay.
Ryan Reynolds, because it's just like when I first heard about Detective Pikachu, I was really confused at first. It's just like, why are they making a Pikachu movie, and why is Ryan Reynolds attached to it? My initial thought was Ryan Reynolds is trying to destroy his career. Like, he survived, Green Lantern. He's trying to end his career with Pikachu.
I'm about to end this
But then,
man's whole career.
yeah, yeah, end his career on Pikachu. But
Well,
then
now,
then I saw the trailer. I'm just like, I'm sold. This looks like a great movie. I want to see this. And everything I see for Detective Pikachu just makes me want to go see it. I just want to see it that much more every time I hear Ryan Reynolds' voice coming out of Pikachu's face. Because
yeah,
there's just something amazing about that.
yeah. Originally, people wanted them to get Danny DeVito to do it, which I think would have been hilarious.
Oh, that would have been great.
But Ryan Reynolds, he seems like a good choice. He's just a good voice actor.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. There's a reason why there hasn't been a Nintendo movie since the Mario Bros. Movie, and why Nintendo hasn't let anyone else use their property is because it's because like they're super protective about it now. So if Nintendo makes a movie, it's probably going to be at least decent.
Uh
You
huh.
telling me they don't want to swing their arms from side to side? Come on, now it's time to do the Mario take one
That was
step
that
and
was from
then
the
again.
TV show,
Oh,
which
am
was
I on the
okay.
wrong one? Oh, dang.
The the movie
That
the movie
sucks.
itself was
That sucks.
back.
That's a bro moment there.
Yeah, the Mario movie. It's not as bad as I remembered.
I don't remember the Mario movie. All right, never mind.
Yeah, but it's not good. So Detective Pikachu sound really good. Probably want to see that in theaters too.
Yeah.
But a theory, which I honestly don't think is true, but it could, is that they're making a Super Smash Bros. Universe and Mario, because there's a Mario animated movie coming out, um, which kind of puts a hole in it since it's animated. A Pikachu, the Detective Pikachu, and then Sonic. Those could just be the first three movies.
All right.
Well,
Cool.
I'm not too sure about that because it's kind of sounding like Sonic is the weak link right there. Sonic, if that's what they're trying to do, if that rumor proves to be true, and they're trying to do their own cinematic universe, I think Sonic could be the thing that destroys that. You
I mean,
know?
the MCU had Hulk.
Yeah, but afterwards, all people talk about is wanting a Hulk movie. It's just like, where's the Hulk movie? And
Where
apparently,
is
it's
the Hulk movie?
because like Universal doesn't want to make the movie because they technically own the distribution rights.
Yeah, well, if they do make a Smash Bros. Movie, it's going to be Nintendo in charge. Or like Sega, make him good, or he's out. Or he'll probably be in the sequel if they do one.
Uh
If
huh.
they, if they, I don't think they actually are doing this because that sounds too crazy for them to go
Yes.
from video games and then like, hey, now we got a whole movie series.
Uh.
Um, but okay, but I think I want about that is who do you think the six main characters would be for a Super Smash Bros. Movie? Because like MCU had Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye. What do you think the six from Nintendo should be?
Oh damn! You made a list about this too the other day, didn't
Yeah,
you?
and I stand behind my list still.
I stand by it.
Um.
I'll defend it, tooth and eye.
I think I gotta agree with your list, Adrian. It sounded pretty good. Like that sounded like a fantastic lineup.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have to agree with the list too. I totally saw it.
yeah, because Mario's has to be. Mario's
Who?
Nintendo. Shut up. Then there's Link. Link is like
Mm,
their second way.
http://
Yep, that Link. Let's see who else was there. Uh,
Dang, that's an unsecured
Samus,
link.
because Samus like at the time I think was their third big game, unless you count Donkey Kong, and then she was the fourth. And she's also like Metroid Prime's coming out. Um, yeah. Let me pull up the list. I kind of forgot. I remember I said Donkey Kong because he was their first like Smash hit, and like he in a way he could like kind of be like the Hulk, which is weird because I'm trying to compare Nintendo to Marvel, which doesn't make sense. Uh, Let's see, where's the list?
Pulls out a sheet of paper, just like, all right, this is a receipt. What did I buy? Monster and Starbursts. When was this?
Okay, I found it.
This is April.
Okay, so Pikachu. Um, Pi- Again, like I found so many parallels to the MCU with this list too. Because Mario can be like Captain America. No, not Captain America. Iron Man, I guess. Yeah, that's the one that doesn't make sense. Link could be like Captain America, because in Breath of the Wild, he has a battle, then he goes into a slumber for 100 years. Thor could be like, not Thor, Pikachu could be like Thor, which I think is really funny to think about Pikachu, anything like Thor. Samus could be like Black Widow in a way. And then Donkey Kong could be like Hulk. And then, of course, you have Kirby for Hawkeye.
All right.
That one makes no sense.
Speaking of Hulk.
Yeah,
Anyways,
but I think the lineup, if they did one, would be Mario, Link, Samus, Pikachu, Kirby, Donkey Kong.
Is Bowser Thanos in that lineup?
No,
Then?
I don't think Bowser would be Thanos. I think he might be like maybe the first villain, but like if they say they follow the same thing and they have like Avengers 2, and then Infinity War, those three villains, I could see maybe Bowser being the first one, but I could also see him kind of like being in like the Loki spot. How he's bad, but eventually becomes good in a way.
the Credible Hulk.
The credible, yeah.
Yeah, the Credible Hulk. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry because I always back up my rage with facts and documented sources.
Uh,
I
Oh,
love
I
that
actually think
meme. That meme is
I,
great.
I actually
All
think
right.
the villain would actually be Mewtwo, because if you go based off the first Pokemon movie, he's evil, but I think I haven't seen it. I don't know. I'm trying to do this. Mewtwo, I think he'd be a good first villain, and then or King K. Rool, and then maybe Master Hand, because he's actually the villain of the Smash games, but also the villain from the new, Smash Bros. Ultimate. He could be villain, or Taboo from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, because it was like in Brawl, spoilers, but who cares? It's the good guys, of course, that live in their own life, and then the villains come in. So you got Bowser, Ganondorf, King Dedede, Wario. They're like working for Master Hand. They're the villains, and then you have Taboo come in, and he freaking essentially kills all of them. Not really kill them, but just at the impact, and pretty much kills all of them. Kills all of them, and Master Hand. So I think he would be like the ultimate villain. I think he's probably the most evil villain in Nintendo history, but probably not.
Okay.
Or even Ganondorf. He's just, I could see him being a Calamity Ganon, like because I really thought a lot about this for whatever reason, because it's, even though it's probably not true, but like in Breath of the Wild, Link and his friends are fighting Ganon, and then they get defeated, and then the game picks up where Link wakes up. So Link's movie could be like the precursor to that, but then they followed up with him waking up, teaming up with the other Nintendo people, and they work to take out Calamity Ganon.
I think that could work.
Yeah. But then a lot of people brought up the point that Link doesn't talk, but also, also Mario doesn't talk, Kirby doesn't
Yahoo.
talk, Pikachu normally doesn't talk, Donkey
Unless you
Kong
got
can't
Ryan
talk.
Reynolds.
Well, yeah, I'm
Detective
assuming
Pikachu
I'm
proved
assuming
that
to be
wrong.
Detective Pikachu. Yeah, but yeah, then you have the realization that half of Nintendo's characters don't talk. But I think if they made a movie with these characters, they'd make them talk because
Yeah, you kind of have to.
yeah.
Subtitles.
Or like I also like this cool. Okay, that'd be funny. Like just a text box, like in Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, but
I
then you
think
have a bunch of, people saying, "Wait, I didn't read. What did it say?"
Wait, can you go back? Yelling in the
rewind
theater. Can
in
you
the
go,
theater review. There's a rewind button for everyone. So the movie takes like 10 hours. The movie takes 10 hours
can
to
you
watch.
repeat that real quick? I didn't get that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I think it'd be really cool. Like have F Link, like he's just like that silent, really cool protagonist, and then like um, for during his last stand, he He does like an I am Link and then goes in final hit on Ganon, and that's
Wow.
the first time you hear him talk or something. I don't
Learned
know.
that from Endgame, huh?
You want to know that's from Endgame unless you've seen it.
I did see it. I saw it in theaters.
I know. I'm cutting that part out just guys. Okay, but now we can talk about Endgame, Mr. Ending. So if you haven't seen Endgame, this is your
Whoa.
chance to escape.
Spoilers, by the way.
We're talking about literally everything.
All
Everything
right.
we
Oh, yeah.
say can be a big spoiler. So this is what we're talking about.
Endgame's the reason there wasn't a podcast last week.
Yeah, because because Joseph saw it in the morning, then me and Damien went to go see it that night.
Yeah, me, Adrian, and a couple of our friends.
Yeah,
That was fun.
What time did you guys go see it?
8:40.
We were gonna go see the 7 o'clock showing, but then
And
I
then
don't know. Our friends had to go grocery shopping, so we went to the store
they
with
live
them.
on their own. Yeah, we went to
Yeah,
the store with them.
So
yeah.
then we went to go see 8:40.
Oh God.
We
Yeah.
we
No. What
got out
happened?
at like
What happened for
11.
me was I went to we went to the theater. Me and my family. We went to see like the I think the 8 o'clock showing. The 8 o'clock showing was sold out. So the next showing was like I think was around 10 o'clock. So we waited around in the theater for like almost 2 hours waiting for the
You, li-
damn movie to start.
you live in Snowflake, right? So it's like your movie theater, like a TV inside of like a bedroom.
No,
Yeah, when
no,
we
our movie
went,
theater's like is like an hour and a half from my house. So
uh,
Oh, so
we
it's not even
we have
Snowflake.
we have one in like 30 minutes away from us.
Yeah.
yeah, but it was actually kind of cool because it's just like we were like the first like one like we were the first people in the theater and we got really good seats. Like
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
top
like one of the
row.
last people in the theater,
yeah,
and we got really good seats.
yeah.
People like left the whole like the whole middle section, like the fourth row open. So like, hey, cool,
Nice.
we'll take those.
We had 5 people with us.
Yep. Yeah,
Five
yeah.
people.
And so that's good. I also want to say I understand your pain of having to drive far for a movie theater because until like 3 years ago we didn't have a theater near us, and we would have to drive like an hour and a half to Phoenix to go see a movie.
Uh-huh.
And now people know where we live.
I've
Yeah, no.
I've
Except they
always had
said
to do
Joseph
that. See,
City.
I had to make the same drive when I still lived down there. I had to make the same drive to go see movies there.
I know. And
I,
then
I
right as they build the theater, you see Mad Max and you move.
yeah, then that fucking move. Okay, so before we start actually talking about in-game, what would you guys rate it?
I'd have to
Like
say,
out of 10.
as somebody who
Okay,
hasn't
so
seen very
these are
many Marvel movies,
okay.
did I say Marvel?
Yes, these are three completely different perspectives. You have Joe, who have seen, I believe, every MCU movie,
Yes,
knows
I've seen
most about it.
yeah, I've grown up with these characters
Yeah, me,
even
and there's
before
me.
even before the MCU started.
I've grown up with like Spider-Man, a couple of the characters, and I started with Iron Man, skipped a couple movies, but I've seen most of them. I get the story. I've been attached to this for like almost 10 years as well. And then you have
And then there's
Damien,
me. I
who has
can
seen
count the
Iron
men.
Man and Endgame.
I went from seeing Iron Man to Endgame. I can count the amount of movies I've seen on one hand.
All right, so let's start with you, Damien. What would you rate
All
in-game?
right, so I would give it a 9 because it was pretty good. Out of 10, it was pretty good. As somebody who hasn't seen very many movies at all, I would say I was confused because that's very evident. The only time, the funniest thing is Adrian could say that this actually happened when Don Cheadle came up on screen. You literally heard me just go, "Hey, look, it's Don Cheadle," just like super loud, like not
No,
super
not
loud, but
super
like
loud. Like
but like
I could hear it,
loud
but
enough.
only
No, I said it pretty loud, like in the theater. Like I literally was just in the front. I just said, "Hey, look, it's Don Cheadle."
All
every
right, so
single time.
Every time Don Cheadle came up on screen, because he's basically the only actor I know, other than like Robert Downey Jr.
what was you? I can't. All right, so you give it a 9. You give
Mm-hmm.
it a 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
And
was
that's
pretty
even
good.
without, and that's with like seeing Iron Man.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't even remember Iron Man.
What about you, Adrian?
Um, I hadn't really thought about it in the last couple days, and even afterwards, like kept going. I'm like, that movie was amazing. Like, I don't know, because like it's such a long movie, and I was trying to like comprehend every scene. But
Uh-huh.
I think I'd also give it a 9, at least an 8.5 for sure. But I'm think I'm sitting on a 9.
Okay.
Really liked it.
I don't think I'm the type of person you want to ask about movies.
Yeah, me too, to a lesser extent. I see like 2 movies a year.
I can literally count the amount of movies like I've actually seen like in theaters on one hand. Maybe two with
I
one
can do it
finger.
on 3.
All right. Let's see.
How
All
about
right.
you, Mr. Marvel?
All right, Marble, what do you think?
What? Well, part of me wants to go ahead and give it the 10 out of 10, but I honestly I think I am gonna give it the rate it the same as you guys, a 9 out of 10, because looking back on it, there was a scene or two where it's just like, wait a second, where I got taken out of the film for a split second, but it was a really it was a fantastic movie. I had no problem with the 3 hour runtime. I loved that they got the 3 hour runtime because this movie needed that amount of time because this is the end for a 20 that this is the end of a story that has spanned over 20 movies.
Oh dang! So I saw
So
the ending before I even saw the first. All right.
No, Iron Man's the first.
Oh, it is. Okay, I've seen the first and the end. Nothing
So
in between.
like you took a book, you read the first chapter, like you had a book report, you read the first chapter, and then you read the last chapter.
All right. So just like what I did in school. So
Yeah, keep it up. Okay.
so now I want to go let's go full spoiler mode. So if
I
you're
knew
still
Iron
here,
Man died.
Give me the no.
They had plenty of warning.
Yeah, they
in
had
the
plenty of
middle of
warning
the
at
fucking
first.
spoiler warning, you ass.
I'll put it on screen. I'll be like, hey, you got 2 seconds.
He got 2 seconds before he drops a bombshell spoiler.
I can put a little bit
Jesus
of gap. I
Christ.
can make you say like spoil, and then like leave.
Well,
Leave.
all right, so all right, yeah, let's go full spoiler. You haven't seen Endgame, get the hell out now before
Not
Damien
too late.
ruins it.
A little bit too late for that.
Well, this is what editing is for, Adrian.
Nope.
Nope, no editing.
All right, so what was your guys' like favorite scene from this movie, from
When
Endgame?
when Iron when not Iron Man, when Thor was getting the Vic Roy in Fortnite.
It was so funny because when we saw them playing a game, Dame looked at me. He's like, he's getting the Vic Roy in Fortnite. And then
I
two
didn't
seconds
actually
later,
know.
he's actually, yeah, he didn't actually know. 2 seconds later, they're playing Fortnite.
I literally did not know at all what they were playing. I just said he's getting the Vic Roy, and then they like turn the camera where you can see the screen. And he's literally playing Fortnite. I'm like, he's getting the Vic Roy.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's all because depending on who I see movies with, it's always very interesting because you have Damien, who's kind of like me, he doesn't take movies very serious, but he goes like to the full on, is like doesn't take it serious whatsoever. And then there's me, who takes it like I also don't like look too far into it. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. I don't look for things I don't like.
Uh-huh.
And then there's Dallas, who we thought with, who pointed out a lot of stuff he didn't like.
What?
Well, he like the rat scene, bring back Ant-Man. That was like a huge coincidence. He said it didn't ruin the movie, but it's like there's a lot of coincidences in that movie. But like you
can
can
we thank
also
Remy
argue,
from Ratatouille for saving the Avengers?
yeah, Ratatouille came through and saved the day. He also doesn't like Marvel movies that much, but he was just seeing it just to go with friends.
Okay, so he is a little biased, but
Yeah,
yeah,
well, he's even still, he said it was a good movie.
yeah. But yeah, but I do agree a little bit with that rat scene. It's just like, really? A fucking rat pushed the right button?
I have
See,
rats and they're really dumb, so I don't think that would have worked.
But at the
no,
same
it's just
time,
like
you could argue because you know how there's 14 million outcomes. Theoretically, um, there's a
yeah,
bunch of different
theoretically, yeah,
there's a bunch of
there was
different lines that were going, and then it'd be really boring if we watched a movie where we went down the line where the rat didn't do that and nothing happened for even longer.
yeah,
So
Ant-Man,
you can
Ant-Man
think
stayed
about
in the
it.
fucking quantum realm.
All
Yeah. So
right.
the way I like to think about it is that we just picked the right timeline where that did happen, so we got the most interesting movie.
Yeah,
All right. So I have to go now because he's on his way here.
Okay,
But
I'll fill in for you. I'll say everything you
all
saw during
right.
the movie.
All right. Yeah. Good movie. I like Endgame. If I had money, I would go see it again. Oh my God! They keep texting me. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching my part of the podcast. Now we will continue with their part. Deuces.
Okay, so yeah, I know everything Damien said during the movie because I sat right next to him. He made that movie very funny.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
So, I think my favorite scene from this movie it's got to be when it's got to be when Cap is just like looking at Thanos and his whole army, and it looks like it, just before everyone else comes back, and it looks like Cap is gonna take on the whole all everyone at once. I love that scene just because that's kind of a scene from the comics that's paying tribute to a scene from the comics, and it's just like it speaks volumes to who Steve Rogers is as a person.
Yeah, there's something about Captain America, because like okay, so I cannot watch any Captain America movies except Civil War, and I think that one does his like attitude least justice from what I remember. Like he's still a cool guy. And then you see Infinity War, he's really cool. Like I saw his interest in Infinity War. As a kid, I hated Captain America for some reason. I don't know why. Not good no reasoning behind it. I just didn't like him. But then when I saw Infinity War, I saw his entrance, and like I got all I almost got nostalgic somehow, even though I had like no attachment to him. Like he's like that. He's such a cool character. Like you see him, you're like, love that guy.
Uh huh.
Yeah. And then I'm also super glad I saw the first Captain America a few weeks ago before seeing Endgame because that gave his ending a whole lot more meaning.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
definitely
I'm
did.
so glad. I just so happened like I watched Captain America just because I loved his ending.
Oh yeah. I I'm just his ending is just perfect. The man at a time got put back in time, kind of thing.
Yeah, and
'Cause
also
that's what Captain America has always been called, the man out of time.
he also finally got his dance after like 80 years.
Yeah.
Like it's like it tugs your heartstrings a little bit. You're like,
Okay. So what I want to ask you right now is I guess there's a little bit of controversy with this, and I want to ask you what you think about it. What do you think of Black Widow's death?
oh, that's not what I thought you were bringing up at all. Um, I don't know. It didn't really hit me very hard because of the movies I've seen wasn't in. So like emotionally, it didn't like hit me at all. It's kind of like, well, that's sad. Cause I like Scarlett Johansson, but Black Widow, I'm not super familiar with. Plus, you can still get her origin movie. Um, didn't think too. I don't know.
Well, me, I've seen pretty much every Marvel movie that's come out for the cinematic universe. I really liked her death. It is a good way to go out because, especially with how like they set it up, the Red Skull tells her her father's name, and she's like, I never knew his name. I like the whole movie. She's going on about how like she never had a family growing up, and the Avengers, they are her family because they took her in, they accepted her flaws and all. She didn't have the cleanest background, but they took her in and they accepted her, and she couldn't do anything to help, and I think you really see that at the start of the movie when she's talking um to like Rhodey, Rocket, and I can't remember who the other one is. And then how she's just like how Black Widow, she's just like, there's an earthquake happening under the ocean, and she's like, well, what are we doing for it? And how are we handling that? It's just like she's trying to make herself useful because she feels useless.
Oh yeah, I mean she kind of is the weakest Avenger because she doesn't have like powers.
Well, and neither does Hawkeye.
Yeah, well, he can at least like shoot a bomb arrow. He, I will. They were the two weakest Avengers, so like regardless of how that scene went, it would have kind of like well, because
Mm,
those are the two Avengers I have like the least attached to. Even though I love Hawkeye because he has archery and stuff. If he died, I probably would have felt the same. I would have been like, there he goes. I did like that scene
another.
though, how like they're kind of fighting over who's gonna be the sacrifice.
Uh-huh. I do like that because it's just like these are the two characters who have like always looked out for one another. They're always together, and then I mean, it's even hinted at like they've been together even before the Avengers were formed, and they've always watched each other's back. So it's just like it's this massive game of tag of just like, nah, I'm gonna do it, nah, I'm gonna do it, kind of thing.
But
I really like that.
well, because I kind of like picked up at like she was a Russian spy, right?
Yes.
And like throughout my life, I think that like she like they've both done things that they weren't proud of, and I think that that since Black Widow got to like sacrifice herself for like all of humankind and everything that like that gave her that chance of redemption, and I
Yeah.
think that I think yeah, I
Yeah. Um. From what it's
it
hinted
made
at,
sense.
yeah, yeah. From what it's shown throughout the series is Black Widow. She, she did exactly what her code name suggests. She killed a crap ton of people. I mean, hell, Hawkeye was even sent to kill her, and he didn't. And she saw herself as irredeemable and whatever else, and Hawkeye saw her as someone who needed help, and he helped her. And so that's how the relationship started. And at the end of the relationship, the roles are reversed. Hawkeye has done terrible things. He thinks he's irredeemable, and here comes Black Widow, and she's telling him, "No, you're redeemable. You can be this force of good again," kind of thing. The revolt, the roles are just reversed. It's going from outside looking in to inside looking out for both characters.
Yeah. Well, we already got two of them out of the way. What about Iron Man? What do you think about him?
What did I think about Iron Man?
Yeah, like his ending, his goodbye.
Oh, damn. I loved it. I loved the
Yeah,
way he went out
that
because
one
it
hit me
was just,
hard.
yeah, that one hurt. That hurt because it's just like, okay, when I was in the theater, I was watching that scene and it was happening, and I'm watching him die, and just like watching Peter come up to him and just like, hey, we won. Well, Parker doesn't know what to do. He's just like, because Tony's his father figure, and he knows. I think Peter knows that Stark is dying, and he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to help. And he's just like, all he can do is just tell Stark that he's there, that Tony saved him.
Yeah, like they did it to us again.
Yeah, they did it again. But my biggest thing was, and I love this because of the symbolism of it. When Tony dies, his the reactor on his chest goes out, and that's really symbolic because this whole universe started because he turned the reactor on, and now it's ending with it turning off.
You know, it's also sadder because you know Spider-Man has spider sense, so he could probably like sense his heart to stop
Yeah,
him.
I know. I saw that one.
Yeah,
I saw that one. It hurt.
I was like, man, you guys are making this sadder than it was. And also, did you see the theory about the I Love You 3000 thing? How after Homecoming, the whole MCU would be 3,000 minutes long?
Oh, I didn't know that. Holy crap.
Yeah, once Homecoming comes out, if you add up all the minutes, all the runtime to all the movies, it'll be exactly 3,000 minutes long.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a coincidence or
Huh? Might probably
it,
not.
it's Marvel, so yeah, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? They plan ahead like really far. Okay, but okay. Um, I just thinking about this. Did you like have any kind of fears with going into this movie, with going into Endgame? Like,
Uh,
like for a second, like you're thinking like this movie isn't gonna live up to the hype or anything like that.
well, me, I don't like watching trailers and stuff, and I try to like, keep myself out of the hype so I can go in, just like go watch it, enjoy it. That's me, because with movies, I tried not to. I try not to find things I don't like about it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for me, I went in like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have a good time, and then I did. So
Yeah.
no, there was not I didn't go and think like, well, I hope this goes right. I was just like, I was just hoping Spider-Man would come back alive, really.
Oh yeah.
And that happens. I'm
Okay.
like, man, this movie's perfect.
Okay. My thing was going into Endgame and listening to everyone talk about the characters and whatever else and what happens after Endgame or what their plans are after Endgame. And like my biggest fear, honestly, was how Kevin Feige, the I believe president of Marvel, he kept stating how Captain Marvel is the strongest Avenger we've ever seen. You know, she's just the strongest thing ever that has ever showed up in the Marvel universe. The thing that scared me was that Captain Marvel would show up and instantly kill Thanos. That was my biggest fear because
Okay, actually,
then
no, that I was concerned about that because I know Captain Marvel's super strong, and I was kind of like, I really hope that they don't end it with the character who joined in right at the end gets the kill.
yeah, that was my biggest fear. That was my absolute biggest fear. Just like because I didn't watch the Captain Marvel, I haven't watched that yet. And my biggest that was my biggest fear was like she's gonna show up and she's just gonna murder Thanos because that's what she's doing. That's what she said. Like, oh, you lost because I wasn't here. It's just like, come on. That was honestly my biggest fear, and it's just like I'm glad that's not what happened. I'm glad like they showed off what they wanted to with Captain Marvel, and like they proved that like she is super strong, but even still, she can't beat Thanos by herself. That's what I was happy to see. She is strong, but she's not strong enough to take Thanos by herself.
I don't know if you saw the memes about Captain Marvel. Like Captain Marvel will defeat Thanos by digging up his 10-year-old sexist tweets.
Oh yeah. Oh well,
Yeah, I love those. I saw that. Yeah, that people,
that
man, some
stuff's been
people.
going around since James Gunn got fired. So
Yeah, then did you see the other one? How like it said Crimson Hemsworth delivers the most difficult line in MCU, saying that he likes Captain Marvel.
oh yeah.
Okay, so when you were talking, I was curious about like how much money it's made, and like last time I checked, it was number five, just below Infinity War. And I
Uh-huh.
checked right now, my mouse literally dropped. I'm like, it's second now.
Yeah.
It got over
It
$2 billion. So I think it's the fastest movie in history to get that,
yeah.
and it's
Dude,
probably going to overtake Avatar.
it broke records like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
day it opened. Like,
yeah, it broke the million, it broke the like 150 million barrier, the 500 million, the billion barrier time. Now it's the 2 billion one. It might, I don't know about making 3 billion, but it's looking like it'll probably be at Avatar in a couple weeks.
well, days maybe. Because I mean, hell, it's just like the day I saw it. I think that's when it broke. The day we saw it, I think that's the day it broke 1 million, and that was still opening weekend.
A
I think it was
million?
Sunday. What?
I think you mean billion.
Yeah. Did I say million?
Yes, a million's bad.
Meant billion. I meant billion. My
Yeah,
bad. My bad. I think that's when it broke 1 billion, and a week later, it's broken 2 billion.
yeah.
Which,
So, it, yeah, I'm like 99% sure it'll pass Avatar, but
oh
and
yeah, no.
it might even break 3 billion. And if it does, it's gonna hold that number one rank for a long time.
Oh yeah, dude. There's not going to be anything that that dethrones Endgame for a long time
Just
because
watch Avatar 2 comes out.
oh god, like honestly, the only thing I've seen people talk about, like the only like people are saying the only movie that will overtake Endgame is um Star Wars Episode 9.
Yeah,
And
I can see
I
that.
I could see that. I honestly could because this is a story that's been taking place over the last 40 years. It's spanned the generational gap and connected them, you know? I grew up
Yeah,
on Star Wars.
yeah. It like
But
everyone's grown up with Star Wars.
yeah, everyone's grown up with Star Wars. But honestly, I don't see it happening. For the simple fact of the fan base got divided with episode 8. Either you loved it or you hated it. And the fan base just tried to annihilate itself
Yeah.
with with
Well,
with with, with, with the fan base telling both sides telling the other that they're wrong, the the people in charge telling everyone that they're wrong or that they're sexist or whatever else, and it's just like Star Wars effectively imploded, I think, with the fan base.
well,
Star Wars imploded with Episode 8.
what I'm hoping is that with episode 9, it will like clear up any like loose ends that happened in episode 8. Because I haven't looked into episode 8, so I don't have anything to complain about it. But I'm hoping like all the things that people hate, I hope that like everything will be answered in episode 9, and then it'll like suddenly make episode 8 a way better movie to those people, if that's
Mm,
possible.
okay, for me personally, I don't like Episode 8. And it's for the simple fact of well here I watched episode 8 in theaters when it came out, and I was really happy with it. And like I left the theater happy with the movie. I was glad to see it. But then I got the Blu-ray, the DVD, whatever, and then I put it on, and the second time, third time of watching it, I'm a lot more critical of a movie. I start looking for flaws, and that's just for the simple fact of we've been filming, so I look for the minute details and whatever else. And in the final cut of the movie, you have like people missing their cues, like people should be ducking or reacting, but they're not. So what should have been a kill shot has to be redirected so the it's completely missed. Or the one actor ducks too soon or too late, so the whole thing is messed up. But they didn't. But it's in the final cut. Like weapons are edited out and gone. Like one character has another in a headlock, and they have like this dual bladed sword thing that can like break into two separate things, and they have them in the right hand or right arm in a headlock, and then there should be a death blow with the left hand, but it's digitally removed because you can't because they didn't want to kill the character. And it's just like that's in the final cut. I can't stand that. I can't stand that you have these mistakes in the final cut of your movie when they shouldn't be there, you know?
Yeah, I think that's completely fair complaint because that's like not even just like that's pretty big, especially since
Yeah,
it's Star Wars Disney.
uh-huh. Like, and for the most part, I'm split down the middle with Disney Star Wars. They've released 4 films, right?
Hmm.
Disney Star Wars. Like I like The Force Awakens, and I like Rogue One. Rogue One, I think is the best Star Wars thing that Disney has released to date. That's my and I love Rogue One. But episode 8, I don't like it for my previously stated statement. And then I don't care about Solo. I never wanted a Han Solo movie. He's already an established character. I don't want to know his backstory. Because I don't need to. He's an established and loved character. I don't want his backstory because it's unnecessary. I would much rather have an Obi-Wan film, a Boba Fett film, literally almost anyone else than Han Solo, you know?
Yeah, I haven't seen Han Solo yet. I might. I want to. I want to watch it, but like I
Uh-huh.
also don't have like that like oh I gotta see it or like when if I see it on Netflix or if
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't I'm not like gotta watch it now. I'm just like I'll watch it later.
Yeah, no, like I hear it's a good movie. Like I hear it's actually pretty good, but it's just like I don't feel the need to watch it because it doesn't serve a purpose. Like to me, Solo it doesn't serve anything. There's no reason for it to be there. You know?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I think my ranking for the ones I've seen is definitely Rogue One, Force Awakens, Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
But I also haven't. I've also only seen each of them once.
But
Uh,
honestly, kind of thinking about it just now, like I kind of don't have a reason to rewatch Disney Star Wars. And I don't know why. Like, I'll rewatch um I'll rewatch a movie from the MCU or the DCEU every now and again. Not always, but it's just like I'll rewatch movies or shows or whatever just for the hell of it. I don't feel that need with Star Wars. Not the new Star Wars anyways.
I have. There's only like probably like four movies I've seen multiple times because like with most movies I watch it once and I never watch it again. I don't know
Uh-huh.
why. Just that I don't know something about knowing what happens kind of ruins it for me.
Yeah, yeah, no, my
But
sister's the same way.
yeah, but at the same time, I kind of want to watch Homecoming again because I really like that movie. I might watch it again. But the only movies I've rewatched are okay. There's a couple more. These are also like probably like my top five favorite movies, and it's really weird. No, they're not. Um, but the original Spider-Man, the first one. I've seen the second one a couple times. I've seen the first one probably like 20, 30 times.
Oh
Mainly because
God.
well, it's mainly because I grew up at a
Well,
daycare. So whenever one of my friends really liked Spider-Man, so if he wanted to watch Spider-Man, he watched Spider-Man. And if I wanted to watch Spider-Man, Spider-Man was on. That's nothing.
well,
I've probably seen Cinderella 3 probably at least 50 times.
I thought you were gonna say 50 100 times for a second. It's just like, what the hell, Adrian?
I might hit 100 one day. It's for the same reason, but it's literally like every single morning because they were kids, we had to put something on that that the parents would be okay with. So like me, I could watch Cinderella once they left, but when they were there, it'd be Cinderella. So like almost every morning, I would watch Cinderella 3.
Oh God.
I love that movie still. I kind of want to watch it again. It's been like 10 years. Um, but okay, I was talking to. Okay, I'll finish my other repeats first. Let's see. I've seen Fern Gully. I really like that movie. Part of my childhood, and that might be it. Oh, but there's one other. It's the Cat in the Hat, the live action one.
Oh God.
Okay, no, this is probably gonna disappoint you. I said this in the Skype group chat, and I said, you know what's kind of sad? The Cat in the Hat live action might be in my top five favorite movies. I don't know why. I love that movie.
Oh my God.
I have seen it so many times, and like I watch it probably at least once a year. And every time I watch it, it still makes me laugh. I don't know why.
Well, as long as it makes you laugh, that's good. But I want to back up a little bit to the original Spider-Man trilogy. uh, you saying you've seen the first one 20, 30 times.
Hmm.
That that that's nothing compared to me. I can quote the entire trilogy start to finish almost perfectly for
Yeah,
every character that's
I
every
remember,
character
and
that speaks.
you go.
Almost every line of dialogue that is spoken in the original Spider-Man trilogy, I can quote almost perfectly, start to finish, all three movies.
Yeah, I remember NAU, we were walking past someone's dorm, and then like you heard part of the movie, like someone walking, you're like, okay, he's watching Spider-Man 3. Just by like a sound in the movie, you knew what movie it was, and I didn't even hear anything. And you're like, oh, no, watch Spider-Man 3.
When was that? Was that Star?
No, that was during the regular year. I don't remember what day. I don't remember when. I remember one day you walked past, you're like, oh, they're watching Spider-Man 3.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember that. And the door was closed too. There was no visual proof that they were watching Spider-Man 3. It was just
Yeah.
the pure audio.
But like, I love Spider-Man a lot, but I don't think I've ever seen the entirety of Spider-Man 3.
I have. That one is like my guilty pleasure for Spider-Man. That's for the simple fact of like I love Venom. So Spider-Man 3 is like my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't think I've seen all, but I might have. Like, I remember most of the movie. Like, if, I could probably give you like a pretty good summary of the movie, but I don't think
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've sat down from beginning to end and seen the entire movie. I think there's probably, and I think there's some parts that I haven't seen yet. I'm the
Well, if you
same way
ever
with like Monsters Inc. I probably had that movie on like 40, 50 times in my grandma's house for the daycare. I don't think I've sat down from beginning to end and seen the entire movie.
well, if you want, we could do an original trilogy marathon because I got all three movies and they're still in pretty good condition. So
Yeah, I love that first movie and the second one.
the second one's good. I mean, hell, that one still I think is still the most highly rated Spider-Man movie. I think it only got dethroned by Spider-Verse. I think Spider-Verse dethroned it.
I haven't seen that either. I need to get up on my Spider-Man game.
Oh yeah, yeah. Spider-Verse is a damn. It's like the perfect Spider-Man movie because it doesn't shy away from the other Spider-Man things. From the other Spider-Man movies. It acknowledges, it even acknowledges the fan base for Spider-Man in the end credits. It's just a fantastic movie, and the main Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man, he goes down a route in his own life that is completely um, viable for Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I think even the directors, they originally they wanted Tobey Maguire to voice Peter Parker, but they decided not to because they didn't want people to be confused, which is like, wait a minute, why is Tobey Maguire animated? He was a real person the last time we saw him as Spider-Man.
Yeah, I really want to. That's on like the top of the list of movies I want to see. I want to see right now. Right up there at home. Well, with Far From Home.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now before we go on too long, it's been an hour and 20 minutes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
Because
was thinking about
last time it was an hour and 45 minutes, and that took me so long to get done.
yeah, I was thinking about ending it soon because it's getting late. It's almost 11.
Yeah. Okay, so any final thoughts of anything?
Not too sure. Kind of circling back to the beginning with MK11 a little bit, because I do want to talk a little bit more about it. It's just like because but I don't want to spoil it because you haven't seen it, you haven't played it. But one of my absolute favorite things about this is the relationship we see between Sub Zero and Scorpion. I love their friendship in this game.
I love that and stuff, and like there's like a really good bromance going on.
Oh yeah, it's just the amount of respect that they both have for each other now, and it's just like how well they work together. I love it.
They finish each other's sandwiches.
They finish each other's finishing moves.
There we go.
But I think that for MK11, that's my favorite thing is seeing those two fight side by side.
All right, so my last thing I want to say, in Endgame at the very end when he says I am Iron Man, me and our friend Dallas, we were both hoping that it would have played the song by Black Sabbath when they go right when the lightning's coming down, and it
Uh-huh.
would have been. I was hoping that the guitar riff would come in,
Jesus
and
Christ.
then he snaps his finger, then ends that way. And it's so cool.
You know what's kind of funny about that?
Hmm?
When Endgame was over and we got back to our car, turned on the car, that's the song that was playing on the
Corey said
radio.
the same thing.
It's just like it started. It was from the beginning. Like you hear the guitar and everything, and it's just like I look up and just like this hurts. Like this song hurts now. I can't listen to this.
Literally, Corey said the exact same thing. He said right after he saw Endgame, that was the first thing he listened to. No, he said he listened to it right before the movie.
Uh huh.
So he
Yeah.
listened to it when it Endgame, and then that's how it ended.
No. For me, that's how Endgame ended. It ended with that damn song.
Okay, so I think that's a good place to end it for this week.
Yes, I think so too. Oh, you haven't seen Endgame, go see it. And well, if you're still here and haven't seen Endgame, we kind of spoiled the whole thing for you.
Yeah, whose fault is that?
Yeah, don't blame us. All
On
right.
screen, it literally says spoilers.
Uh-huh. Well, well, Adrian, you started the podcast. You get to end it.
Alright, so thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Graveyard Podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe, and if you have anything you want us to talk about, be sure to comment down below.
All right. See you guys on the next podcast.
Bye.
Later.
And then Damien says bye too.